Glenn Grant, former British Army Lieutenant Colonel, and once a soldier, forever soldier, and a dear friend of Ukraine, quite an expert in military things, is with us tonight. Colonel Grant, sir, hello.
Hello, nice to see you again.
It's nice to see you indeed. Do you know anything about, first of all, that new changes in Ukrainian army? Mikhailo Drapati, is just that name ring any bells to you?
Not really, no. Well, I mean, I've heard of it, but heard of him, but I can't put a face to him. No.
All right. Okay. So, well, let's slide to another question. Interesting to see North Korea and Russia are getting closer in a fiery passion, getting ready to, well, obviously revert the world order to its medieval dictatorship. First, Comrade Putin, then his Soviet defense minister of Russia, visited Pyongyang. My question is, how militarily capable are these two armies combined compared with collective West's military power? Well, if we, of course, consider the threshold of Scholzing tolerance is zero and collective West is actually ready to defend the values it preaches, what are the combat odds, you think?
I mean, if NATO decides it's going to have to fight Russia and North Korea, then the two of them together are no match for the West at all. Primarily because the quality of air power on the West side is just huge. And so many countries have got so many aircraft that can deliver huge amounts. And I think that the Americans would happily bring over some of their vast air force to deliver force, rockets, missiles from long distances away. And most of the aircraft, for example, on the Russian side, would never even see the aircraft that killed them. So it's an unbalanced fight if NATO has to fight. But if it's Ukraine and Russia together against just Ukraine soldiers fighting, then I'm sorry, but the balance is on the Russia and Ukraine side just because of sheer numbers. Their quality is low. They don't compare at all to our boys on the front line, but they outnumber us considerably. And that's the, mass has a quality all of its own.
Right,
And this is
absolutely.
what
Yeah,
Russia
yeah,
is playing on.
yeah. The cannon fodder. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, Russia terrorized Ukraine every single day. I mean, 150
Yeah.
drones yesterday, almost 200 today, missiles, rockets, ballistic missiles of middle range, and so on and so forth. Is that how Putin, the dictator, is getting ready to what? Force peace negotiations that are highly likely to be forced? Is that the case?
I think so. I think
Hmm.
well, not so much as forcing it. He's trying to get as much space as he can before the negotiations,
Right. Well,
so that because he may be forced to give up something. Although personally, I don't think he will. I think his view is that he's doing extremely well. Thank you. Why should I stop now? And unless he actually attacks NATO, then he's proven to himself 50 times over that NATO is in his eyes cowardly and is not going to do anything. So he will not want to actually to bring NATO into the equation. He just wants to keep pushing away at Ukraine in the way that he's doing at the moment. I don't think he'll want to stop.
and is NATO going to act if Putin is going at war with NATO?
Um, I mean, if Putin goes to war with NATO, then NATO will act. There isn't any question about that.
Hmm.
That nobody's got any choice. I mean, some people, it's actually some countries, it's actually inside the law that they have to. If one of their colleague countries is attacked, but I don't think that's the point because I just don't think he's going to at the moment. Because why would he? He's got all the patience in the world to just keep plugging away at what he's doing, waiting for what I think he believes is going to be a breakthrough at some stage or another.
Yes, I also think that way. But I don't know any dictators. Well, I know them, but not personally. So why he would start this war is more or less clear. But now with the alliance with North Korea, who knows? But I mean, let's talk about Donald Trump. Well, some say the military aid is going to be cut, but Trump is not even yet in the office. And look at Europe. You look at them, at us. It is actually doing a lot, but UK and France are seriously talking about sending troops to Ukraine. Do you believe that this is possible? This is actually going to happen?
I think that this is what you could call a fallback step
Hmm.
if Trump actually pulls out. But having said that, they both of them quite likely to put troops into Ukraine for training. But we're not talking about big numbers if they do that. It will be the officers and sergeant majors of one battalion at most. We're not going to see thousands of troops on the ground. Neither country can afford to do it because of other commitments they've got. Other NATO commitments that they've
Sure,
got that
sure.
also require the rule effectively is at least 3 battalions to deliver one. So if you've got one on the front line, you've got one in training and one resting, and that's the normal routine. And this is what we've been doing with Estonia, for example. So
Right.
you've got
Right.
one full battalion's worth of kit there, and then we'd need 2 more. So both countries will be very wary of committing themselves to too much
Obviously.
at
Right.
the moment.
Right.
But having said that, they've done it before.
Right.
Both countries have done this sort of thing before,
Right.
so it won't be the first time.
No,
It
indeed.
definitely won't be the first time.
Mr. Grant, is World War III imminent, do you think?
No, I think it's already started. I think we're
Right.
making a mistake of thinking that
There we go.
and if you
Right.
let's just look at all the facts
Hmm.
and the facts of all the things that are going on. Cutting communication lines, blowing up things, of which there's quite a bit going on at the moment.
Hmm.
And don't forget that Russia has been blowing up things since 2010, 2011 in Bulgaria with the arms
Exactly.
dumps,
Right.
and then blowing up the arms dump in Czech Republic, overflying countries like Finland, and they about 10 years ago, 11 years ago, they flew 2 attack helicopters from Russia right into Finland, and before they got turned around and pushed out. They were going to build Russia was trying to build a forward operating base in Ireland for troops underground. And you know how big it was meant to be by the fact that on the plans that they submitted to Dublin City Council, there were 26 toilets. Now, 26 toilets is 400 or 500 people. So they were looking at doing something serious there. All these things have been going on all the time, and they're degrading us. And at the same time, they are buying up politicians as fast as they can for state capture. Look at Romania this week. Now, you can't tell me those things don't count, because they do. They
I
are
won't
the
be
very
saying that.
essence.
Yeah.
They are the very essence of the war that is going on.
Absolutely.
It's just more subtle than anything we've ever been in before. So when you talk to people, you talk to Americans, and they talk about, oh, will World War III come? They only think of the military, the fighting aspect. But the fighting aspect is just a part of this. In fact,
True.
you might almost say that Ukraine is a distraction.
Right.
You
Indeed.
could look at it as a distraction from all the other things that they're doing, whose aim is state capture of any country that they can, breaking up the European Union and breaking up NATO in order to change the world order so that it's a power-based order. It's not a law-based order, which we've had since the Second World War. They're doing very well, thank you.
Mr. Grant, thank you so very much again. Again, it is great pleasure to talk to you. Hope to be doing that in the nearest future. Again, thank you.
Thank you as well.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Slava Ukraina.
Героям слава. Well, that will be all, folks. My name is Rooney Keane. We are UATV English, doing our best to deliver hard truth in easy terms for the whole free world directly from Ukraine. Please don't be shy. Like, share, and comment. Your voice matters as it helps Ukrainian voice to be heard globally. So stay safe and tune for more in a weekly episode. Goodbye.